Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a look at something called Water Urbanism East.
Mhm.
It's exploring how cities, particularly in East Asia, have historically, interacted with water
Right.
and the massive water challenges they're facing now, plus some really interesting solutions popping up.
Exactly. Our mission, if you will, is to really understand this whole relationship between urban growth and water in that part of the world.
So this water urbanism idea,
Mhm.
what exactly is that?
Well, it's essentially about weaving water management right into city planning. Thinking about water not just as, a resource to use or a problem to solve.
Like flooding or pollution?
Right. But seeing it as a fundamental piece that shapes the city itself. The goal is solutions that are good for the environment, integrated, and also socially just.
Okay, and this is timely stuff, right? Water's become such a huge global issue.
Oh, absolutely. We're using more, polluting more, and then climate change just throws everything into, well, chaos sometimes. How we manage water is tied directly to how we build our cities and live in them.
And in East Asia, the scale of this, it's huge, isn't it?
It really is.
Mm.
All that rapid growth, demographically and economically, it's just amplified the water problems. Rivers that were historically, let's be honest, used as dumps
Mm-hmm.
are now severely polluted. Remember that incident in 2013
Mm.
with the 16,000 dead pigs found in a tributary near Shanghai's water source?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I do remember hearing about that. Grim.
Grimm is right. It really felt like a potential environmental turning point, a moment where you just couldn't ignore the ecological fallout of all that growth anymore.
It's strange because historically, didn't many Asian cities have a really deep connection to water?
They absolutely did. Think about founding principles like Feng Shui. In Seoul, the city's structure was defined by waterways and mountains. Water was crucial for transport, defense, public life, everything.
So what happened? How did that connection get sort of severed?
Industrialization, mostly.
Hmm.
It led to this major disconnection. Waterways got tamed, controlled, lined with concrete.
The hard engineering approach.
Exactly. They lost their natural function, and in many cases, sadly, just became open sewers or hidden channels.
But you mentioned solutions earlier. Things are changing now.
Yeah, there seems to be a shift back. A new wave of practices is emerging in Asia, trying to reintegrate water into how cities develop, combining, the natural power of water with the structure of the city.
Okay, interesting. So if we boil down everything we've looked at, what are the key takeaways?
Well, first, there's definitely a move in East Asia away from just relying on hard engineering, the concrete pipes and channels,
Right.
towards more ecological approaches,
Right.
things that work with the natural water systems,
Mm-hmm.
like using wetlands or green spaces to manage runoff.
Working with nature instead of just trying to fight it or contain it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Exactly. And the history is pretty revealing, too. You have these theories, like Wittfogel's idea about large-scale irrigation systems leading to centralized hydraulic states.
Right, the Oriental despotism idea, though that's debated.
Heavily debated, yes. But also Jumsai's concept of water symbols, like the Naga shaping Southeast Asian cities. Even if the theories are argued over, the basic point holds. There's a long, deep link between how societies manage water and how they're structured.
Okay, so history matters. What about the current issues? You mentioned China.
Yeah, contemporary challenges are huge. China's water crisis, pollution, scarcity, and flooding, often all at once, it demands really innovative thinking.
Such as?
Things like ecological infrastructure, water-sensitive urban design. The firm Trendscape is doing some amazing work on this.
Oh, right. I've seen some of their park designs.
Yeah, they apply these ideas across different scales, from
Hmm.
huge national ecological security plans down to urban stormwater parks and even like productive balconies that manage rainwater.
And you mentioned these designs can influence policy, like a bottom-up effect.
Sometimes, yeah. Successful pilot projects can demonstrate what's possible and inspire broader policy changes. It's quite effective.
What about other places, like Bangkok? They have a unique water history, don't they?
Definitely. Bangkok's history is fascinating. It was built on a distributary waterscape canals, branching off the main river, spreading water out. Very different from a tributary system where small streams feed a big river.
Okay, so distributary, spreading out.
Right. Now, they face the challenge of blending that traditional knowledge of canals and water management with modern infrastructure, especially after the big floods in 2011. Their history really shows how water fundamentally shapes urban form and the economy.
So it really goes beyond just fixing leaks or building flood walls. It's about rethinking the whole relationship.
That's exactly it, which kind of leads to a final thought for everyone listening.
Go on.
How could these principles we're seeing in East Asia, this idea of living with water, integrating natural systems into our cities, How could that apply where you live, regardless of the specific water challenges you face?
Hmm.
What if we stopped seeing water just as a utility, something coming out of a tap or needing to be drained away, and started seeing it as a foundational element for making our cities more resilient, more livable, maybe even more beautiful?
That's a powerful question to end on. Food for thought, indeed.